Wb.I.G, man. We in the place to be with Mike SMOOV.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And Cherokee B.
A.K.A. Brian King in the building.
Definitely in the building.
Yeah.
Definitely in the building. Alright, so how we gonna rock? As we always do.
Okay.
We just put on the instrumental and you know. Let y'all know. No need for introduction. It's your boy B.I.G Fats. 87th Street Gunslinger. Y'all know my name. Alright, man, look. I ain't gonna start rapping, alright? This ain't that. But I got flows all day. No, but you know. Alright, man, so. What's the haps, man? Tell me what's good, man. I say two.
What you flaming up the gas over there?
Yeah.
My boy.
Alright, man. Alright, check it out. Check it out. We in a place with some real cool cats, man. Y'all see them how they laid back, man. That camera over there.
Yeah.
Behind. I'm talking about behind that. Not that one. Not this one.
This one right here.
Not
Okay, I see.
That's his camera.
Okay.
We right here?
Yeah. The one you pointing at.
What's going on? 608.
Oh.
I'm from the 608, Madison, Wisconsin. Born and raised.
Ah, okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Representing.
Representing hard too. Y'all.
Yeah.
He thought he was the other, you know what I'm saying?
No. We won't do that. We represent our people. We represent our culture.
All right. That's what's up, man.
Yeah, 100%.
Cause I represent things too.
Yeah.
Like this
And we was talking about that.
Is a representation.
Yeah.
You know, of my heritage, you know, my lineage and royalty, my royal blood. You know, and I'm here to guide a lot of young princes so you all can become kings. You know what I'm saying? First, you got to start off. I'm gonna give you step one.
Step one.
To becoming a king.
Yes, sir.
You gotta have some kids. Oh shit!
What?
No, you ain't. After you become a king, you can have kids, but
In
order to just jump into kingdom,
yeah.
you gotta have some kids.
You know what's powerful about that?
What's powerful about it?
And I ain't even tell Brian or nobody about this.
Tell me.
It's one of those, okay.
I got one on the way.
Man, congratulations.
Man.
King shit, that's king shit,
King
man.
shit.
Congratulations.
I appreciate that.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you so much.
You know what it is, a boy or girl?
Yeah, we 10 weeks.
Breaking news.
Breaking news and look, like Drake, I'm not hiding the world. I'm not hiding my kid from the world. I'm hiding the world from my kid.
No doubt.
Real.
And I understand it.
Cherokee B?
No, man. We single. Sometimes mingle.
There you go.
But we focus. You know what I'm saying? We just focus. We align. Yeah, no kids for me. None on the way. Right now that I know of. Thank God. You know, I'm focused right now. But that's a blessing. That's actually something that I had a discussion with some guys with before out in Chicago. We was up late. Had the cameraman there. We was talking. I said that's one thing that I want for sure.
Brian King.
Is a family one day. You know what I'm saying? So that's bigger than anything. Is before I leave, I can see the family. You know what I'm saying? See some seeds that I can plant and watch them grow. That's gonna be beautiful. So
I got a powerful question for both of you.
let's do it.
All right, what's that?
So, what is the role that a man plays in the family? In y'all opinion, you can be completely biased, completely opinionated. You know, you ain't even got to be socially correct.
So what's the question?
What is the role of the man, the father, other as the father of the child, as the boyfriend, husband of the woman, or the leader.
I'll let
That's
you
the role.
Yeah.
Leader.
A leader.
That's what I was gonna say. A leader.
And it takes more. See, you gotta see any good soldier already know how to follow orders, right? You have to be a good soldier in order to be a leader. You know, so you can't be, one-sided. You know, you have to listen to your woman. You have to listen to your child. You have to watch their mannerisms. See, you got to pay attention to patterns, especially when you're dealing with a family situation. You know, when you speak to people, when you speak to a female, and you've been with her for a while, you know how she talk. You know her vocabulary. You know how she, her mannerisms. You know how she, you just know how she moves. You know how she respect her parents, how they give her respect back. You know that. So, and she is a reflection of you. And a lot of men don't know that a lot of women always like lash out and things like that because she watch you and what you saying. So if you one of them complaining ass motherfuckers,
you gonna have
then she gonna be a complaining ass motherfucker.
That's facts.
And then she gonna turn it towards you. You know, it's almost like I read a book called The Mafia Manager, and it said that when you start to speak with your peers and treat them as peers, they immediately start to speak to you like they're your superior. So with your wife situation, it's like the same thing. You know, it's like, respect me in my station, I'm gonna respect you in your station. You know, and we both have to respect our creation. You know, so it's like, don't do my kid bad, cause that's mine. You me, I'm you, you me. Shit on you, shit on me. So don't do yourself bad. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, just from a perspective of, an older cat to a young cat, a lot of times you gotta just listen.
Take heed.
Yeah, you got 2 ears and 1 mouth. You got 2 eyes and 1 nose. You know, so hey, them all the signs right there. Them all signs and symbols for the conscious mind. You know, you got 2 ears, you listen twice as much as you speak. You got 2 eyes and 1 nose, pay attention twice as much as you stick your nose in people's business, and you will last a long time. See, a lot of young cats don't get like game from older cats where they can respect it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna come and say, Brian, don't do this, don't do this, don't wear your pants like that. Don't, he like, man, how you ain't buy these pants? So the first thing that's like, is to me, I think it's disrespectful. You know, and so a person could be themselves around me, whether I like it or not. But that don't mean I'm gonna wear. I'm not gonna, dress like that. I'm not gonna dress like I'm young.
On the record, I do not sag my pants.
He's on the record.
For the record, people, he do not sag his pants.
Actually, I don't think I've ever seen you sag your pants, Brian.
I never have. If anything, I flooded, and I'm proud to say it. So.
Hey, and Brian, matter of fact, man, what do you represent? Cause I've known you for a while now, and people used to mistake both of us for the same people, and we used to even, mess with some of the same beautiful women. I don't know why, but we must have been on something similar. So, what do you represent? Like, why are you? I know that's a weird, broad question.
I really like this guy, y'all. That's Michael SMOOV, everybody. And Michael SMOOV really thinks that he's gonna come on Wb.I.G Live and interview us. I think this guy a Capricorn. So what's your sign?
I am a Gemini Cancer cusp.
Okay, that's the problem.
That's the problem.
Yeah, we speaking to 3 different people right now.
3 different people.
Twins and that other motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That sounds like a solution to me.
Oh, okay. See, I like how you think, man. You gonna be a lawyer?
A lawyer?
Yeah, I think you should, man.
Man, I wear a lot of caps, I'll be honest.
All right, well, Michael.
Yes, sir.
Mike, excuse me.
Yes, sir.
You are here to be interviewed. So I want to know the hats that you wear. Since you wear a lot of caps, and who the cap fit, let him wear it.
Okay. Well,
What do you do? Tell us about yourself. What do you represent, Mike?
okay. Well,
You know, give it to us in the raw. Don't sugarcoat it.
Yeah.
Don't sugarcoat it.
Yeah.
We can say what we want to say here. This is not a platform for children.
Yeah.
This is a platform for grown-ups being grown and being real.
Yeah. I like how you flipped it. I appreciate that. To start off with, I grew up drawing. You know, drawing was the biggest thing. Painting, drawing on desk. I've always been creative. I'm left-handed, so I use the right hemisphere of my brain. The right hemisphere is the most creative side. The left hemisphere is the logical side, the more constructive side. So me being left-handed, I've always been creative. Then after drawing, I then tapped into a few different things: rugby, soccer, talking to these people, moving around Madison a lot. With me moving around, I met a lot of different people, met a lot of different groups, different energies, if I say so.
Okay.
And with that being said, as I kept progressing, I started taking a liking towards clothing. I started customizing my own clothing in high school. You know, bleaching my pants with the bleach still stinking, walking in the hallways with the bleach stinking. So I was drawing, doing the clothes, and then after I graduated high school, the summer of it, I was like, yo, music, you can draw with words. So I can say best in the game, and that'll be a full picture by using different brushes of the pencil, brushes. So with that being said, I can paint a whole different picture with just simple words. Once I realized that, I'm like, okay, there's not a lot of people speaking on certain dynamics of life. Not a lot of different people speaking about just life in general. I feel like it's filtered. It's only one-sided. So that's why I started taking a liking to music, because I wasn't hearing what I wanted to hear. So when I wasn't hearing that, I was like, all right, I'll start making music. So I started making music after I graduated high school. Once I started doing that, man, that just took me down a whole different road. Next thing you know, I'm throwing events.
All right. Now I gotta chime in here.
Yes, sir.
Music. What do you play? What are you an instrumentalist?
I am a vocalist, a recording artist.
Okay, because I'm a musician.
Uh-huh.
You know, I play an array of instruments.
Mm-hmm.
And, I've rapped. I've done a lot of different things. And I kind of went towards hip hop because I am hip hop. And see, at this age where I'm at, I used to break dance in the hallways at school. Break dance at the playground on the cardboard. Carry my local DJ record just so I could spin when he had to go to the bathroom. Shouts out to DJ Hot. Man, I used to do graffiti. That's what Fats. I write Fats 1. Jinx Crew, Jinx, jotting illustrative new expressions. And shouts out to Ryder, shouts out to Fathom. Those are my crew members. Man, and when I'm talking about graffiti, we doing like murals, beautiful things. We like drawing everywhere, going to walls and just hitting them up, characters, words of the wise, just like phrases. And we did all of those things, and just being an artist, the creativity comes. So like with a mindset like yours, it's not too late to learn how to play an instrument. And that brings you to starting to learn how to understand music. So you have to understand music. Being a vocalist, you have to know your chords.
100%.
You have to have a ear. You have to have an ear where you know what notes you're singing.
100%.
And so when I listen to different artists, like me being an instrumentalist, me being a piano player and things like that. So if I hear, say for instance, I hear a song, just like we was doing earlier. He wanted me to put some auto tunes on a song. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, well, let me find the chord. Boom, That's it right there. You know, so now I can program the auto tune to be in this key. So when he starts to sing, and the auto tune is only to correct the tone, the pitch, because some people are tone deaf. You know, and when you want to be a musician, man, start learn how to play piano first.
That's real. Piano.
Yeah, learn how to play piano first, because that's got all the notes right in front of you. You know, and sometimes you can just sit there and just by ear play different songs. That you hear on the radio and stuff. You're like, man, this go like this go like that. You know, and so after you start playing it, you're like, man. So then when you start learning how to read the notes and understanding what the notes are, that's a whole different dynamic of music.
I don't know if you ever heard of XXXTentacion, but he explained that where he started learning the actual music theory of music. Once he started doing that, he was able to literally make you happy, sad, infuriated, however.
And that's what I'm talking about. Music theory. It's learning the notes, learning the language, learning the symbols, learning.
Man, that was so powerful. You said language.
Yeah, learning the language.
The language of music.
The language is me. Like when I'm on my horn and I'm improvising, I'm talking to the people. And sometimes I'm saying, fuck this, I'm finna go crazy. and then when I go crazy, my motherfucker's like, damn, dude went crazy. You know what I'm saying? Or then I hear something, I say, all right, I'm finna show them how cool I am. I'm gonna keep it real cool.
You exerting that language right now as we speak.
Exactly. You know, so it's like, okay, this kind of upbeat. I'm finna see if I can make these people dance. So it's kind of like me DJing. I DJ because I can see that. So I'm the party conductor. I can make people dance. I can make people go to the flow and go crazy. Or I can put on something to make everybody go to the bar and buy drinks.
What is that person that does like this? Is it like...
That's a conductor. That's why I say I'm a party conductor.
You're like an energetic conductor.
The party conductor. So when I'm like... and everybody's hands go up. Oh! That's it right there. And then they just waiting for the beat to drop. They can all show how cool they is. By busting their moves. And that's just like, it's like music in a sense. Brown, what's your inspiration of music, man?
Oh man. So what's the question?
What's your inspiration through music?
What's my inspiration through music?
I want to hear this.
Man, I think you should sit up a little bit so you can talk to the mic. You just move your chair up, son.
Yeah. You mind turning the beat off?
It's old music.
Well, you know, I think it's powerful just by, you know, me observing and listening to what y'all was just saying. My point of view is trying to understand it and why is that what it is. For me, getting into music, I actually was just trying to learn myself and learn who I was and what it is he got to do. So the purpose of music is the same inspiration. The reason why I got into music is the point I'm making, because I was in, you know, search of myself and found this thing. You know, I'm like music is a thing almost. Like we just said, it's an energy. It's an influence. It's a language. So when I was an artist, I always tried to use my artistry, my skills, my art as something that people can understand with it, because when you trying to get it and understand it, that's when you learn and you grow. Y'all was talking about earlier how we got 2 eyes, 1 mouth, 2 ears, and you know, different things like that, and it's a language. So when I'm listening to music, it's based off the vibes I'm giving. When I'm making music, it's going off the emotions that I'm feeling. So, you know, I don't know, you know, it's just a thing into life. It's a thing into life. I don't know how heavy y'all want me to touch on it, but you know, it's...
Man, this is B.I.G. You gotta go big. You gotta be heavy. You know, but you know, however heavy you want it to be, you know.
Yeah.
But it's like with me, you know, sometimes I just want to hear you know, I want to hear like street raps. You know, I don't want to hear nothing soft. You know, then you know sometimes, you know, you'll jump around, mess around and jump in my car, and we listen to all jazz, and it's just a cool vibe. You know, so it's like whatever vibe that I'm feeling, I express it through music every day.
I
It's
think,
real.
I think if I could chime in, and for me, the impact that music has had on my life, and I see that it has on others' life, it makes me look at it at a very different angle than I think a lot of people look at it, where I almost don't like being a consumer of it, and really watch how I produce it.
Like,
So that's why I do a lot of music in private. People don't know I put in time and understanding hip hop game. People don't know I grew up before I even got hip to hip hop. I grew up listening to country music. As I understand myself more on a deeper level, I realized, you know, you said the piano and you know how music is orchestrated and turned into what it is. You know, from it being music can be I mean, it's all the same thing, but in different forms. So what I'm saying is, you got rap, you got country, you got blues, you got a piano, you have a microphone, you have a cello, you have a drum, you know what I'm saying, or a flute. Like, these are different instruments, and it does really impact our spirit and our energy. Because it is like an energy, it's a frequency. So for me, I just look at that deep and kind of try to understand it. And like I said, the reason why I'm so conscious on it, I guess, is because the impact it can have on people's life.
That's real. That's so real. Because I
You know what I'm saying?
remember one time, my pastor said, "Watch what music you're listening to, because that music can literally change your life. That can adjust your perception of life." You gotta understand, if you look at Chicago and you go to the hood, a lot of people doing, you know, shootings, gang banging. Do you think they listening to Dustin Lynch? Do you think they listening to Jaden Smith?
Right.
Who you think they listening to? The people that influenced them, the artists that influenced them, not just physically, but just vibrationally. When they take in these vibrations are altering their mind. You are being brainwashed as you are listening to music, as you are listening to anything. Somebody speaking, you are literally being brainwashed.
Can we tap in and say what brainwashing? What do you mean by brainwashing? Explain what you mean by that. Like,
They're influencing the wavelengths of your mind. They're influencing how you are interpreting reality. As you are listening to something, you are allowing that thing to become what is your focal point of interpreting life. That's why people start dancing when they hear certain songs, because that song right there is literally telling you what to do. It's telling you how to move. Oh, 'cause I'm happy up below if you. It's literally telling you to be happy. So you're gonna be happy. You're not gonna be sad when you listen to that song. You're gonna be happy.
well, that could be true in a sense, but it's really like what resonates with your spirit. You know, what music that you actually choose to listen to. Yeah, I like the Happy Song by Pharrell. I mean, am I just gonna like search for it on Spotify and play it in my car? No. You know, but if it's on, I'm gonna say, okay, you know, I know that song, you know, and that's just the truth, you know.
Yeah.
The difference is, you know, that song, and I would say like Hey Ya by Outkast, and you know, we going backwards. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like we saying I listen to Lil Durk and I'm happy. It ain't like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't like I'm listening to Yella Beezy and I'm happy, and I'm listening to all of these guys that's really what that new Blueface and all these different characters that's doing music now, and just feeling like you happy. Now maybe you could be feeling yourself because of you doing good, you in your bag or whatever, or you got a good job and you know stacked you some cash and you kind of or you making moves on the streets and you doing good, so you listen to that kind of stuff to kind of like you know, put you in your element. But, you know, like I said, with Hey Y'all, I listen to that song and like, you know, as provocative as it is, it's like, and Dre 3000 said in the song, man, y'all ain't even listening to me. Y'all just want to dance. You know what I'm saying? So he like coming so like sexually provocative in the song, you know, and he's like, you know, his girl, she don't cheat on him, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, he got good sex, you know, and he don't want to meet her daddy. He just want her in his caddy, you know. I don't want to meet your mom. I just want to make you come. You know what I'm saying? So he like, and it's like, instead of paying attention to what he's saying, everybody going off the vibe. You know, it's like just the music itself. So that takes us back to our customs and traditions as people from the original continent, Africa. You know,
I don't agree with that, but go ahead, my bad. I don't want to interrupt
all right, well,
you from your,
whether you agree or not, facts are facts. You know, facts is the truth. So at your stage in life right now, you could disagree with a lot of things, but that's not going to change the truth. The truth changes not. Falsehood passes away.
But
there's not a but.
Facts.
There's not a but. You know, like I said, your perception could be your perception alone, and it's okay. But the truth is, we all originated in Africa.
From Africa.
That do not make us African Americans.
Oh, that's not true.
So we all did.
I just live my life like, you know.
We're not asking you how you live your life.
Yeah, let me explain. I'm gonna answer my question. I'm gonna answer my question. I'm gonna answer my question. The vibe of what I'm saying is, it wasn't about me wanting to debate it or say, I'm in a zone where if somebody speaks something that is covering over my life or is in my reality, I'm just gonna, you know, say no. I'm canceling that in my realm. So you can just allow me to cancel that, and you can believe what you believe. I believe what I believe. But as soon as somebody around me is trying to force something, saying that's what it is, this is the fact. No, that's not the fact.
John Mayer said it best. He said reality distortion. You know, and that distorts one's reality. So do we not all come from Africa, Brian?
No, we do not.
So where would you say we come from, originally from?
So it's different people. People gotta know. You got people native to different land. Okay. So to say everybody came from one spot, I would say that's incorrect.
What if we said like humanity, like the first couple beings, the first few beings? Who
would that be? It's all about what one believe. I believe in Jesus Christ, Adam and Eve. I believe in. That's what I believe in. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Some people don't believe in that. That's okay. That's what they believe in. So that's why I say it depends on what you believe in. This is the story that I know is a living word, something that's living. I can break that down and provide my facts.
I don't believe in that. I believe that you just demonstrated falsehood.
How I demonstrate falsehood when
because you just said that living word is a book about all the people that's dead. And for one,
who's dead? Do you die? Are you gonna die?
Yeah, I'm gonna die.
Are you gonna die?
Yeah. Actually, my soul and my spirit is forever.
Okay, so how you gonna die?
But my flesh will pass.
Your physical.
Okay, so
my flesh will pass.
So the point that I'm making is, how is those people dead that you talking about in a word?
So you're saying the energy is still alive?
I'm saying what I'm saying.
This is what I'm saying. All right, I'm saying this as a person that is really an intellectual. A person that really studies.
Me too. Me as well.
There was people before Adam. There was people before Eve. Adam had a wife named Lilith before Eve.
You said Lilith?
Lilith. Yes.
Okay.
And so, and everything I'm telling y'all, you could Google it and look it up.
100%.
You know, and Lilith had a whole tribe. You know, and then at the same time, Cherokee B, how did Adam's son get banished from the
listen.
garden. Hold on, pardon us. How did he get banished from the garden and go to a land called Nod, nude, and find his wife?
So listen.
That's what it's saying about it.
So
but
listen.
okay, this is what I'm saying. This I just want to say to you, please.
You lost it. What year did that happen?
Time never was. So,
Okay.
So you asking me about time when that don't even
That's because
mean
the story that he telling, it has a time frame into it, is the point that I'm saying. Okay, so what I'm saying is, when you think about time, and whether you say it's real or it's not, the point that I'm trying to make is, my point stands on time, and it kind of breaks down time, and where that comes into brainwashing one's mind to believe into a story. Make sense? So, I'm 21 years old. Whether people believe that's real or not, that's what I can calculate and understand. That's what helps me understand. Math is real. 1 + 1 is 2, right? So what I'm trying to say is, the reason why I go by Cherokee B is understanding that I'm native to this land and my ancestors are native to this land here in America. See what I'm saying? And understanding the culture that comes with my ancestors and the culture that goes with other people's ancestors. Allow me to explain this too. Because the point is, there's a lot. When you understand the Bible, the living word, like I'm saying, there's all nations. It says all nations came against thee. And the point that I'm trying to make is, how can you not say the word is not a living word when it's breaking down history? It's a living word. If you study it, you're going to understand what's going on right now in life. So what I believe in is backed by facts. I go by Cherokee B because I understand who I am. And when you say you are African and you say that the original God is an Asian man, that's not real.
Allow me to retort, because as we sit here right next to each other, everybody bearing witness to this can see that we are of the same phenotype. All right, and I'm saying, like, the way our nose is shaped, the way our heads are shaped, and everything. The reason why I'm saying this is because my grandparents was Cherokee.
Okay.
All right, and my grandparents demonstrated to me when I was young that the Cherokees were the Moors.
Moors. And I heard about that. Can you explain what that was?
Yeah, I'm going to explain it to you.
Sounds good.
Because us here in America, all the different tribes was Moors that migrated through time.
You said
walked,
through time?
Through time, and walked across here before the great earthquake and the land separated.
Hold on. Okay.
So, all right, hold on. Let me just, come on, please do not interrupt me, sir. Because I'm trying to give you something that you can take with you.
But
it's called nationality. And see,
I'm trying to explain
what the Europeans have done was gave us this book that really threw our people for a loop, and this understanding of what spirituality is. But we practice a spirituality that's way before the word God was even invented. When I say we, I'm talking about us descendants from Africa. Yeah, I'll say I'm a Moor because we descended from Northwest Africa. And they'll tell you that the whole slave trade came from West Africa, North Africa. But we conquered Spain, we conquered Italy, we conquered Rome, we conquered Europe.
Can I say something?
And,
it's added at your timeline right now, though.
I'm gonna let you talk.
I agree with what you're saying on that point. I just want to make it.
And I'm saying this is knowledge from books I've read.
Okay.
All right, this is knowledge that I'm giving you from actual research. I researched. I didn't go by the Bible that I grew up reading, that I learned. I can go and get you my King James Version Bible right now. I can go and get you my Quran right now. It's in the next room. And I can get you also a book called the Urantia that speaks about the tribes of people before Adam and his father. And I can get you even the origins of Africa maps and the original maps. I mean, these are books that I've actually read, I actually studied. I didn't go by what I was told. See, that's what our people are doing here in America. They're going by what they're told and not what they know.
So do you think there's a different... What do you think about Western America? That's what I want to know.
The Western civilization.
Western civilization.
Western civilization is ass backwards, and they did it all on purpose.
What is that Babylon? Or is Babylon a different? Because I've heard that Babylon is basically reality in reverse.
Well,
is that
them saying, all right, Babylon?
Can I make a point though?
They can say, yeah. I mean, you could demonstrate, but
the point that I'm trying to make is, you say that we all come from Africa, right? And the point that I'm trying to, you say nationality. Let's talk about what Africa is. It's a continent. Let's talk about Asia as a continent. North America is a continent. The point that I'm trying to say is, in different places in the world, there's different belief systems. But how can you say that? I want you to understand first off that you say the European part, and you say how they gave us this book, right? Africans are not Native Americans of America. They're not the Aboriginal Negro that I'm talking about. And I understand Negro, understand white, understand black on a legal level, and African. Those are different people. Africans are different from the Native Americans here in America.
Look,
and the word speaks about that when it says all nations came against thee. It didn't say all nations came against the continent.
Okay,
it's talking about a certain group of people that
well,
God has his covenant through.
Okay,
that's why in America, guess what?
I
want to finish my explanation because it's going to make sense. What I'm saying is, in America, think about the entertainment business. Who does that represent? It doesn't represent, hip-hop is not supposed to represent Africans. That's black culture. Because who really runs the entertainment business, these are Asiatic people. So when I say that the word is breaking down what's going on right now, because I can explain why the most oppressed and the biggest oppressed people is my people. It is the Aboriginal American man and woman of the land of America.
We are the indigenous.
Point blank, period.
Anywhere you go in the world and you find Aborigines, they're dark-skinned, melanated.
And the point that I'm trying to make is, people say Africa, 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 but I want to tell y'all something. If you're talking about Africa, the continent, that's Asia. What are you talking about?
That's why we're Asiatics.
No, we're not. I'm not. See, the point that I'm trying to make is there's Africa over here. How can you be from both Africa and America? Is the point that I'm trying to make.
Talking here. Come on.
No, I'm trying to look at him.
Oh, okay.
I'm just looking at him.
We got headphones on.
Okay. I'm gonna sit down, but I'm just explaining it. How can you be from Africa and America? That's the point that I'm trying to make. If you from Africa, that's your, because the African British Royal, this is a trading company. If you want to talk about what slavery is, people gotta understand what slavery is.
Okay, Brian.
Yes.
Listen, please.
Because God said
when they came over here,
we had it all.
I can show you the mandates. I can show you the treaties of peace and friendship. I can show you the treaties.
Yes.
All right, where they took
you know
our
who Marcus Garvey
nationality
is? You know who Walter Plecker is?
Do you know who Marcus Garvey is?
Do you know who Walter Plecker is?
And I want to tell you once again, I'm 46.
I'm just asking, do you know
I
who
was
Walter
born in
Plecker is?
1974.
The age doesn't matter right now. And I respect you. I respect you as a man, but I want you to understand.
It does matter because I've been through a lot. I've learned a lot.
Listen.
Okay, and so when I'm talking to you, I'm speaking to you from a level of somebody who lived your lifetime twice.
But listen, the point that you're trying to make is that since you're older than me, that I can't. We talking about real vital information. We having a respectful debate. That's all we doing.
Well, I'm telling you right now.
I'm letting you understand that
nationality
I'm
is
up here to represent
in the order of the day.
I'm sorry?
Nationality.
It's going to what?
Is the call in the order of the day. These Negroes that you mentioned, these blacks, these colored folks, are all names that was given to slaves by slaveholders from 1779 to last to 1865.
So the point,
but it's a new era in time now, and we have to teach our people their nationality.
Right.
That means a person that belongs to a geographical area.
And that's what I said.
Not a continent, but a geographical area that has a flag. There was
tradition. There was one here. That's why the Pirates of the Caribbean, they have flags. This is a real thing.
You know,
in the
the Pirates
1600s,
the Pirates were the Moors.
Listen,
we are one and the same.
yes, bro. No,
conquerors.
we're not, and that's why y'all keep a. This is a real thing. That's why they're saying this. Everybody that's kinfolk ain't your kinfolk. It ain't no disrespect here, but I'm not.
Kin.
No, we not.
We all come from the same line.
all kin.
Listen, but the point. No,
We are Moorish kin.
listen, it's a covenant
From
with a certain group of
the
people.
ancient land of Moab.
It's a reason
The
it's-
Moabites that they speak of in this living Bible of you that you're talking about
Sir,
is us.
So if we could just revert this, because a lot of people may be kind of lost in this history, which I am as well. I haven't studied my history.
Okay.
But I do want to ask, from
there
the
was
conversation
real
that we
wars
just
that was
had.
going on here because it's a certain group of people that hated on a certain group of people.
Hear me out.
They
Hear me out.
They
Hear me
only
out. Hear
became
me out.
free
Hear me
because
out.
they came to America.
From the conversation that we just had, how can people apply this to everyday life? And that's the one thing that needs to be taught, is how to apply knowledge to everyday life.
Well, this is how you apply it to everyday life. You proclaim your nationality and be recognized by your government.
Okay.
You understand? And you be a good citizen.
And you be a good citizen.
And that's the Ten Commandments. That's the Bill of Rights.
That's the Bill of Rights.
All right.
So the Articles of the
You
Confederation.
can
that's
say this the Bill of Rights, or I could say it's the laws of my
I say it's
that was plagiarized
That's the Ten
in this
Commandments.
Bible when they said that that Moses broke some of the tablets, and all he came back was with 10.
What, are you saying there was more than 10?
Yeah, there was more than 10.
How many was there?
It's 48 laws of Ma'at.
You ever heard of 48 Laws of Power?
I heard of that.
Is that the same correlation or not?
Not the correlation.
I'm just asking. I'm completely curious.
50 laws of Ma'at, 100 laws, negative confessions. It's a lot of different things that came from our people that was plagiarized.
Okay.
You know, and our people, the people who brought civilization. You know,
Who brought that?
our people.
Who is our people? That's not.
The
Listen,
melanated people.
when y'all came over here, the reason why I say that is because y'all did not come. When did your ancestors come to America? I can tell you when it happened. You can't tell me when it happened. That's why I say you get lost in the time frame. But the time frame wasn't long ago.
Tell me when it happened.
The story that you're telling is the story that they put on us. That's when the enslavement happened. Yes, it is. No, this is not wrong.
You have it wrong when you thinking.
What is the wrong? What part of the story are we at? Where are we at right now in life?
I'm giving you history.
Where are we at right now in life?
See, if your history
Because
starts at slavery,
it's an understanding that we
if
at
your
right now.
history
That
starts
was
at
never.
slavery, then you're wrong.
Listen,
Okay, who do you think Christopher
I
Columbus
never
found
said
when he
history
was
started
there?
at slavery. I never said that. That's not what I'm saying.
No, you are
what-
really saying, you're really talking like
No.
you know what you're talking about. And I just want to clarify that you are amongst one who knows.
Listen. When you say, okay, if you African and you come from Africa, what country in Africa? What are you?
Morocco. You ain't see that Moroccan flag when you walk through the door?
So you're Moroccan.
No, I'm a Moor.
Okay.
Born in America. I'm a
But that's
descendant of Morocco.
That's Morocco.
I'm a descendant of
Africa.
Morocco.
What?
Excuse me. Born in America, and the Americas, North America, Central America, South America, were all the empire of Morocco.
So the
we
point that
have
I'm
been
trying to
here
make
already
is-
in conquered
So
this land.
He knows
I
that
think
he's-
a good
he's
thing to
in-
do is to clarify what we all are. Because I don't know what I am. Brian, you probably know what you are.
That's what I'm saying.
Brother, you probably know what you are. What is your
nationality?
nationality?
It's American Indian.
American Indian. Brother?
We Moors.
Moors?
Yeah.
He said,
All of us. Is that, or just us two, or all three?
He can't tell me who I am. That's
So-
the point.
so
He
are
can't
you-
tell
are-
me who I am. That's
Brian,
the
can you repeat who you are again?
The point is what I'm trying to make is this is a real thing. This is the teaching that it is.
So are natives not Moors, or natives are separate from Moors? That's why I love to because this is all new to me.
Bro, you got to understand people are
All right.
latching onto a.
I'm gonna play this for y'all. Like he said, the problem is if you start thinking like the colonists, you know what you at least start dropping shit. Alright, now I want to give you a drawing so you can, it's a visual for you. See, the problem is our people don't know And we have to have somebody that's going to teach us who we are. So Prophet Noble Drew Ali came and taught us who we are, gave us our identities and nationality.
You believe in Islam?
I believe in Islam.
You've had four
major
impacts
can we listen to this real
that the black
Just
people
listen.
have made to the Americas, not only before Columbus was born, but before even Spain or Italy existed. That's the kind of roots that are in this country.
This is a part of history that we're not allowed to know. And Noble Drew Ali was here to teach people this.
What connects it up is even the word itself, because it's pronounced differently
I just want you to check this out,
in different parts of Africa. And they call themselves Mur. There's all variations of that, so that even the name Mur.
Noble Drew Ali was sent on a mission back to America, where he was from, to teach the Moorish people their true heritage. And he taught that there were Moors in America before there were what we know as Native American Indians, and that this history has been obscured and robbed. And it's not only robbed the so-called black people, it's robbed the white people. It's robbed everybody, because the knowledge is what's lost, you know. And it's almost, you have humanity enslaving its best, you know, taking the best part of itself and cutting it off.
So therefore, teach the people. They will solve the problem. That's why the Drew Ali said to the people, says, this is your Moorish movement. The Negro problem is your problem. Even some of the Europeans are helping me. Why aren't you?
And I'm just researching this stuff on my own. I'm not being prompted to do it.
America is Morocco.
Yes.
Your brother from Morocco.
Thank you.
Noble Drew Ali was here to teach people this. The so-called black people, which were really of Moorish descent and heritage, their true heritage, and that this whole stuff about African slaves, I mean, look, there were a lot of slaves brought over from Africa, don't get me wrong, but this was not where all the black people came from. There were black people of Moorish descent here in America.
And by knowing that, and the more you know about it, it's an empowerment. You're really rude. You have got a heritage which is more than slavery. Sure, there was slavery, but that's not all. That's all part of it. Long before that, there's a heritage of kings, seafarers, religious missionaries, and they were all here. But it happened so long ago, there's just so little of it left.
You understand? That's the advantage that other people have with you, because they know your real history and you don't. Are you clear?
This is a part of history that we're not allowed to know. And Noble Drew Ali was here to teach people this.
Now, Noble Drew Ali, Sheikh Sharif Abdul Ali, established the Moorish Divine and National Movement in North America, really around 1911, 1912, and officially active 1913. A lot of preliminary work was going on before the movement was initially, or what you call officially, established. So whereas people look at it as the movement starting in 1913, that's the official date of what you say official activity. But the business was going on for quite some time.
The history of Noble Drew Ali was that he was at a Pan-American conference in Havana, Cuba, where all of the dignitaries, state diplomats from all countries of the world, particularly Pan-American countries, gathered to, and he was shown a mandate, which basically showed that the America was the rightful possession of the Moors. And this mandate was so powerful, and I believe it was showed to him by the Secretary of State, or the Secretary of State of America saw it. But after this conference in 1928, all of the European countries pulled their money out of America because they saw that America was risky, because the true corporate shenanigans of the entire country were being, and the sovereignty of America as it stood was being threatened by the presence of Noble Drew Ali and this mandate.
Fact is, that part of history is not taught to separate you from your authority, your self-authority, the empire of the world, and particularly the Moroccan empire in which you're standing right now. How come you ain't getting this in school? Because they don't want you to know that you're standing on Morocco. That the land is Morocco, the occupational government is the United States. Distinguished from the land. It's a foreign religious corporation belonging to the Jesuits. You're under occupation.
Morocco was the first nation in the world to recognize the United States of America 237 years ago. December 1777. So I come here to say thank you.
Stuff is going past.
First nation to
Hold on, I'm just saying, I'm showing you presidents.
I understand that.
I'm showing you presidents and also scholars.
That's because y'all Asiatic, y'all all the same.
That are actually trying to teach you something. Now you could shun the wisdom as much as you want to, but hush now. Oh, that's why you're going crazy more now. See, when you that's another old head. Oh no, this guy here, he's 68 years old.
68.
He's 68. He gonna come in here and demonstrate the truth.
Look. I love to hear what he got to say.
He gonna come in here, watch him come in here and break down.
I just want to say my father from Mississippi, and one of the hugest things he taught me was respect your elders. And sure. I didn't learn to take heed, just to tap in from older people, because you gonna learn so much wisdom, so much knowledge, so much just understanding, and it's all a grain of salt. Because, you know, older people, they don't understand maybe phones, technology, Twitch, YouTube, live stream, this, that. But they have a grasp on what reality truly is. Exert the time from it, exert the time frames from it, exert the
Shut up, boy.
so many different aspects from it. You know, so we have to utilize our new age understanding, our high-speed upgrades but also implement the old age wisdom and understanding of what life truly is to integrate that into what life is now. You know, and that's why it's so important for, quote unquote, we just need to tap in with one another, get on the same page.
I'm teaching from a pinnacle of love. Because I love you, I want you to know. You know, I don't want you to shun knowledge. I don't want you to shun wisdom. I want you to take it and be a part of you. You know, to where you say, man, all right, then I'm not an object. I'm not an adjective. You can't make an adjective a race of people. An adjective is describing it. Is a description. You can't say these is black people. You can't say that these are Negroes. You can't say these are colored folks. That's dehumanizing. You can't even say white people.
How can you say that, but then stand on something? So that's a contradiction in itself. I respect what you're saying, but
I stand on what? That I got a nationality?
You just say you can't go off of that, but then you go off of that though.
I don't go off of that. I have a nationality. All right, I don't go by any.
It's a nationality.
I do not conform to anything that derives to slaves. Because that's not our people. Our history began before that, way before that, way before the migration into the Americas, before what they call Indians, which is our people, but they wasn't in India. So if anybody's claiming that they're Indians, they're lost, because Indians are from India. I'm just going to state the facts. So the people that they found here, those tribes, the Cherokee, the Navajo, the Blackfoot, the Iroquois, the other people, the Ho-Chunks, and all of these different tribes are children of the Moors. Children of the Moors by way of trade.
Okay, listen.
Trade, because at first we were enslaving Europeans. That's how we got into a war with Britain. You understand? And we was ransoming ransoming their people back to them.
Okay.
And making them pay.
So Britain is the one that actually frees, outlawed slavery. So
That's what you said?
That's what I'm saying.
But do you know a Moor? I got a book in there called Breaking the Chains. Do you know a Moor, a British Moor, was the one who started this, who spearpointed that movement? See, you're not talking to somebody who haven't read books, and I got the books and the reference, the actual tangible proof that I could go and pull it off my shelf in the next room.
Got what?
That I could pull off my shelf.
That says what? That's what I'm saying.
The breaking of the chains. It tells about the whole story of the British Moor who spearheaded the abolishment of slavery from Britain. See, and you could like try to like bob and weave, right? But at the same time, you dealing with what we're dealing with is
the point
facts.
that I'm trying to make is you can have
the point that you're making is that you shun a nationality. You're not a part of that. You're going to continue to promote and
I don't have to conform to what you believe in. I'm not you. That's just a fact.
All right, but then when you keep saying believe, this is something I know. See, believe when you
whatever
take
you
when
know
you take the
about
first
you,
when you
that's
take
what
the
you know
first
about
two letters off of believe and the last two letters off of believe. You take the BE and the VE off. What's in the middle? A lie. A lie. Do it. You can do it. You know, and this land is a Mexum. See, a Mexum is where we at, right? Let me show y'all something, cause I love this. Let me pass you real quick, bro. Yeah. Crap with the balance. The balance system. Yeah, that's the balance right there. So you got to charge the whole thing. So you got the headphones on.
Yeah, I know. I ain't finna go clean them.
All right. Check this out. Check. I'm not going nowhere. I'm going right here to this board. All right. I'm gonna tell you, we in a land called Mexum. You heard me? Mike Smooth. You heard me. We in a land called Mexum, right? I'm gonna show you this. Right? And we came from Africa, right? And this land, right where we at, is called what?
America.
America. They took the AME from the Mexum and the RICA from Africa and made these lands.
What is a Mexum mean?
A Mexum. This is the land that we are. This is the name of the land before they made the map and changed the name.
A Mexum. That's the native.
That's the ancient name.
That's the ancient name
of this land.
The
Moors named this land a Mexum.
Okay.
A part of the Moroccan Empire. I'm saying, I mean, I could give you so many different like examples of where it come from that only can make you go, like damn. I didn't just do that math. That's math. And the equation is, this is where we at. So then you have what you have, Central America, but then the part of North America that's not even a part of the United States is what? Mexico.
What does that mean?
Mexico. It's all in the name.
Hold on. So the point that I'm trying to make is
those are Moors.
I agree with what you're saying because it's the same knowledge, but it is different. That's why I'm not knocking what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. So the point that I'm also trying to make is, if we are here and
Bruno, shut the.
You said a Mexima.
We in a Mexum.
A Mexum, right? And Africa is basically where
we originated, where original man comes from.
So and that's here in America.
What's here in America?
So the point that I'm trying to make is,
you saying Africa is here in America? No, Africa is a continent.
So they put
where we came from.
A Mexum,
where we at?
In Africa together.
Where we came from.
So you talking about the continent in this area, and it's basically one.
No, I said that they put the letters together to make the name. That's how they named it.
He said a maximum in Africa.
So there is no such thing as
together.
Amerigos Vesputi. No, there's no.
The path that he was saying is a maximum and Africa are together is one.
No, that's
That
not
is
what
the
I said.
land.
I
That's
said
how they came up with this land, America, as their name, because he's basically saying Africa
No,
is in America.
I basically didn't say that.
Or a maximum. That's what he.
I didn't basically say that.
So
I
what?
said that they used the two names of the two different lands and combined them to make this land.
So basically saying that we own this land, and
We
this is how you
own
know.
this land. This is where we at.
Because we just combined both of the name that we gave this and the name that we already
That's
are.
the point that I'm making, because you have those names. You have Italy here. You have Egypt here. That's different places here in the so-called land America. Those are real places. Utah's a real place. Serpent Mound is a real place here in America. They found Egyptian things here in America.
They named lands and territories. I mean, of course, you can go to a New Jerusalem. You know, that's where they got New Jersey.
No, but the point that I'm trying to make is
New Jersey and New Jerusalem.
Yeah, they shortened it. Called New Jersey.
But listen.
So they it's called semantics. They play word games and semantics.
Semantics.
Right. So either you could play word games, but when people play word games, when somebody sit here and play word games with you and try to twist you up, your soul and your spirit is gonna be like, nah.
That's why I'm saying you can't try to say I'm not twisting you up, bro. You
can't,
just got up there and explained that a maximum in Africa is one land. Right?
That's what you said.
Okay, what are you saying?
It's two different lands.
He's saying they're two different lands, and what they did was combine both the names.
They planned the names and named where we are, the North America, South America, and Central America, because they are all a part of the Moroccan Empire.
So that's here, right? So being native to this land, am I wrong by saying that? Because how we originated in Africa, which is supposed to be a different land then, right? That would be a different land. Makes sense what I'm saying? So how are we over there but over here?
So are you saying,
you see what I'm saying?
The people that originated from a keep moving?
The Maxima is not the same people that originated in the so-called
Africa. So what would you call the people that originated from a Maxim? Yeah, what would you call them? Are they?
They're not African, and they don't have any.
What I would call them is Moors. I would call them Asiatic melanated people.
Because they originated from
Africa. From the land of Lemuria.
Okay,
how's Africa a Maxima too?
Because basically what he's saying is because Africa is imagine it has a bunch of seeds. Then it goes to a maximum and plants their seeds. Boom. Then more seeds are grown there to keep growing it because this is not our land.
If he wanted to go to Africa, he has to get on a plane and leave this land. You have to leave this land to go to a different part of the land that is divided by water. Think about that. That's what I'm trying to say.
I'm gonna let you think about it.
No, I'm asking the real question. When somebody is traveling, because people go to Africa all the time. You see what I'm saying? People go to that land all the time. That is called Africa.
But do we go there and conquer it?
The point that I'm trying to make is Africa is supposed to be a different land than America. Is that we not talking about that?
But then again, if you look at the origin of it, people from Africa came to America and literally morphed America to what it is today.
But how? Okay, listen. Who is the native people of this land then?
African people.
African people.
Yes, sir.
So this place over here came to this land and
named it.
Native to this land. They also became native to this land. They was the first people of this land.
More so, they came from this land, native of this land, came to this land, conquered this land, took over this land, and started growing kids.
When you conquer a land and take over a land, who are you conquering and taking over?
But there was nobody there.
That's not true. That's not.
Who was already there?
That's not the history.
Who was already there?
They was trading with somebody's slaves.
So you're
not traded by yourself.
Who are they? Who are they trading with?
I'm asking you because you said that you said that they took over this land. And the first people of this land, but you got to understand.
Or more so, they claimed it.
It was actually when they came over to this land, it was through what they call slave trading.
So what about before the slaves?
Was they trading with themselves?
Look, Mike, this is the book I was just telling you about. about this Moor who started the anti-slavery in Britain.
Okay, now look.
It breaks it all down.
Can I
Even
ask you a
you
question?
know, you just read the back of the book to see what it's about. But you know, when I'm saying,
Can I ask you a question?
yeah, you can ask me a question.
All right. So the point that I'm trying to make is when the
I
Moors,
wish I knew what my glasses
when the Moors came,
I
so the Moors came from Africa over here.
We before the Great Earthquake.
Okay, now
I mean, we walked.
when you
we
come back, I
migrated.
got a question for you.
We migrated. I said that. We migrated. We walked over here.
Okay. Okay.
Why don't you come drop some knowledge out? Go eat. I'll be right back. Eat. Eat. I think you should grab a chair, beloved.
Drop sign something.
Some young brothers, man. We doing a podcast, man. We know we need your
What's up? What's the business?
How you doing?
How you doing? You good?
I'm blessed. I'm blessed.
Yes, sir.
My name's Mike.
Yes, sir. Okay, man. What you need? What you need?
I put it.
No, I just brought that book in here.
Yeah, I'm just reading. This is all new information to me.
That's true.
Yeah.
Let's get done.
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm finna. All right. Hey, Mike. See that connection right there?
Where?
Right. No. That one right there. Yeah, that one right there by your hand.
All right.
Unplug that. The gold part. All right. Look, them headphones. No, drop that now. The headphones. Now, no, don't pull it. Get up and get them.
Oh damn, that just went out.
Somebody, you just.
I didn't turn it up.
Oh, that's only because we ain't had no movement.
My country was Morocco.
But we still going live. We still live.
Signing the treaty.
Headphones.
Signing the treaty.
Yeah.
Signing the treaty.
This treaty specifically deals with Moors. The question that may arise, how do we know that where the treaty says Moors, the so-called black people of the time is being referred to? The Moors were considered citizens or part of the we the people who ratified the Constitution. It says, quote, thus an act was passed in Massachusetts on the 6th of March, 1788, forbidding any Negro not a subject of the Empire of Morocco or citizen of the United States from tarrying in the Commonwealth, unquote. For this would show that those who refer to as
This is I put a video on a YouTube video that just showed the origin of the Moors and how the different European scholars was pointing out that the Moors was here and that the foreign European countries started pulling their money out when Noble Drew Ali hit the scene because they seen that it was threatened, the economy system was threatened. Mm-hmm. And I was just explaining to these young brothers about us being aboriginals of this land. Mm-hmm. I even put on the board how the name Amexem, you know, how the name Amexem came about. Mm-hmm. You know, and and like I just want to, you know, I want you to give your insight on nationality and things like that. Cause like I told them, like I'm 46, you 68. You know, and just to get a word of wisdom, this brother right here, 21. How do you, Mike?
22.
22 and 21 years old. You know, we both got children older than them. You know, and I'm just like, you know, using this platform to not only teach, but to also show. So I've spoke to them about the brother right here, Cherokee B, mentioned the abolishment of slavery from Great Britain, and I asked him, did he know that was spearheaded by a Moor, a British Moor, you know, and that not only did I know that, but I have a book called Bury the Chains right here, that it took 12 men, and a Moor was the leader, and they to abolish slavery from that end, you know, and so I was just, you know, and I even went and got the Quran to break down the yeah.
All right.
Let's do this. Let's do this from this point of view.
You got a smartphone, right? Pull up Christopher Alonzo Nino de Moore.
Sir.
Christopher Alonzo Nino.
Okay. Oh man.
De Moore.
Here, B. It's Google right there.
Let's go hit Google. Christopher Alonzo Nino de Moore. What was his part?
You said Christopher Alonzo?
Christopher Alonzo Nino de Moore.
How you spell? You said Nino?
Alonzo, S-O. I mean Z-O.
Okay.
Is it Pedro Alonzo Nino?
What's that?
N-E-N-O.
Well, what did they say about Pedro?
Let's figure that out. They said Pedro Alonzo Nino, an Afro-Spanish explorer.
Okay.
What happened?
He piloted the...
Listen. He
Santa,
piloted the Santa Maria.
During Christopher's
who came over here on the Santa Maria?
Let's go!
Come on, sit down.
Who came over here?
I'm liking the information, bro.
Come on, have a seat, man.
I don't know.
Christopher Columbus.
Okay.
The captain is not the smartest person on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
When you go out on the sea, the ship is turned over to the navigator, the pilot of the ship. So the pilot of the ship had to know that this place was here. He brought him here. The Moors brought him here because we had already charted the seas. We knew where all the mountains and things was. You don't take your ship over there because you put a hole in it. We're gonna move around here.
That's because they was pirates.
No, but Christopher Alonzo Nino was a Moor.
Those are pirates.
No. Listen.
You said they was pirates, right?
Listen, hold it. Listen.
Okay, so if they was pirates, then that's
Listen. Let's not get caught up in. Let's not get caught up in what was happening. Understand this: the United States of America wouldn't even be a country had not the Sultan of Morocco allowed the pirates who was controlling the sea. The British had one of the greatest fleets in the world. And then when they looked up and the fog cleared, the Moorish galleons was out there. The Moorish ships was out there flanking all the British ships. So that gave George Washington, okay, this is an even fight now. Because you couldn't beat them cannons that was pointed toward them and was doing what they was doing. So that stood them down. The oldest treaty in the United States of America are with the Moors. Why? Because they even assisted them.
That's what you said. Okay, who is the treaty with in America? Who is the treaty with?
The treaty is with the Moors, with the Moorish government.
The Moors are having a treaty with themselves?
The Moors had a treaty with George Washington. He wasn't no damn Moor, and he wasn't himself.
So you're saying that Britain was trying to come to America, but the Moors are already...
Britain already sent them, right?
I'm trying to
Let's Jamestown.
Right.
Jamestown was the first town settled here by the English.
Okay, and
they were sent here by the king. Wait a minute. They were sent here by the king. It's like saying you starving, you can't take care of yourself. That's what they said. They celebrate it every year, Thanksgiving. You feed them. You show them how to make clothes. You show them how to do everything, how to take care of themselves. And they sit down and drink and all this, and then they belch and tell you, I just discovered you. What you mean you discovered me? You couldn't even take care of yourself.
Right.
So it's a matter of, we was already here.
The Moors was.
The Moors or Native American, whatever you want to call them.
Right.
The indigenous people.
Indigenous.
You know what I'm saying?
But see, the thing is...
They were already here.
All right, check. Go ahead, demonstrate. Hold on, this is the microphone. Turn the whole base to what you turn the whole base. The whole base because it's going.
Okay. So from my understanding, and I respect everything you said because I can understand the timeline.
It's in history.
Right. It's history. It's history. So listen, when pirates came to America in the 1600s, this is when it was going on. Well, this is when this is the Atlantic Ocean side that I'm talking about. These are the Moors that was coming over. Like you said, what was his name? The Spanish guy that we was talking about. He was Afro-Spanish.
They say Pedro Alonso Nino, but they call him Christopher Alonso Nino. Either way, you know, apples or oranges.
So they saying that he is Afro-Spanish.
Okay, so now you want to claim him. Now you want to claim him. He Afro-Spanish.
That's what they saying.
But hear what I'm saying. But he the only one that's Afro-Spanish. Because he was so smart, he brought him here. Now he Afro-Spanish.
That's what you said. That's how they describe
No.
it.
But hear what I'm saying.
When y'all looked it up, that's how they got it. I didn't
Okay,
describe it.
but listen, I'm not. Listen,
Right.
you're missing what you even saying. He Afro.
Right.
So Africa.
No, that's not where they get Afro from.
Come on.
They get Afro from a heritage.
Africanus. Africanus. Think about this. One of the first Caesars was Africanus. That told you where his people came from. He even named the arena of Maximus Africanus. Look that up. Maximum Africanus. Maximum Africanus. Let's get to understand, because it's telling you where you come from.
So I just want to...
No, we're going to answer this whole thing with this.
Yeah, this
Maximum Africanus was Caesar. So they tell you where they came from.
I just want to make sure I hear you correctly on something. So the Moors are natives of Africa.
The northwestern and southwestern shores of Africa.
Okay.
Okay.
And
that was where Casablanca is. You know any Spanish?
No.
You know a little bit of Spanish?
No.
What is casa? You ever heard them say, mi casa, you casa?
Maybe home or something.
Okay,
like
right. My house.
Right.
Casa Blanca. Blanca is what?
White.
We had a White House. Why they got a White House? See, a lot of things was taken from us, and a lot of things were taken from the natives who were here and put it together. How it ended up, I mean, we can't ever write ourselves out, but they tell you. You got Maximum Africanus on there?
All right, what I had demonstrated,
They come up.
Maximum.
What I had demonstrated was before the great earthquake, as the prophet Wb.I.G taught us, that the Moors migrated to the Americas, and we was here. This is the Empire of Morocco, but we was here before the great earthquake. You know, before the people that they call the Hebrew Israelites, which is the Hebrews, the ones that crossed the river,
Bering Strait,
was here. And that's how the natives that they call natives is really the mulatto children of the Moors that was here, that was trading and taking Europeans and French bitches and making babies all the way before these Edomites and Caucasians even colonized the land. And they was like, oh, them Indians. But in the book that I read called the History of the United States, the first page was talking about Christopher Columbus. When he rode up on the shores, the first thing that he saw was an African. He said it was a dark-skinned man with kinky hair, with a gold bracelet on his bicep and gold earrings. And all he wanted to do was find out where he got that gold from.
Right.
So he could go and pay off Isabella and Ferdinand. You know, and so I'm demonstrating from a point of knowing, not a belief system, not something that somebody told me, from something that I actually researched myself and went and you know, found this knowledge, and it was like, whoa, this is cold. And so then when, you know, we came across the teachings of the prophet, this is way after I already came across the teachings of the prophet. That's why I wanted to read that book, The History of the United States, so I could see where they think that the history of the United States starts from. Because they got all of these Negroes, blacks, and colors thinking that their history started from slavery. When our history is of kings and queens in Africa running shit, not no slaves. That we are royal and noble blood. We are the dignitaries that they mimic, that taught them how to move noble. You know, even the word gentleman came from them, and they homosexual experiences, so they wanted the gentleman to come and take care of the motherfucking the people that they call the nobles and dignitaries.
No, they were Gentiles. See, Gentiles let you know what they were.
Now,
Gentiles.
Oh, this is my shit.
See, a Gentile dictates their belief systems. Well, show you something.
Yeah, Wb.I.G, we got into a heated conversation because we, you know, demonstrating a bunch of truths from different points of view. And that's what we do here, man.
Yeah, I love it.
All love.
I love it. Definitely y'all regardless.
Just a minute.
But
I'm gonna let you hear from their mouth, not mine. And you put it together from there. Hold on. I'm gonna let you hear this European ass.
Negroes were actually Moors, and that they were on the same footing or status as citizens. Those who remembered that they were Moors used the Moroccan Treaty of 1787 to secure the rights on the same footing as the state citizens without otherwise being obligated members of their social equality. While those who were brainwashed into believing they were Negroes, descendants of Africans brought here by Europeans, were unprotected by the Moroccan Treaty, as well as the Articles of Confederation and the Constitution.
The Constitution is their sanction to do business at Morocco. There's that business flag of amity and commerce. Now you understand why you have that Moorish flag, and then you have the stars and stripes. It's a banner. It's not the national flag. This is the national flag.
Because
your history. You're standing on your own land, trying to go to Africa, and you're standing on Africa. The Constitution is their obligation. That's not some instrument that, oh, you know, it's interesting if you all know something about it. And if you don't, oh, it's not important. Why do you think politicians don't teach Constitution to children in school? Because that's the document that gives them the authority to do everything that they're doing. Without the Constitution, there is no government. Once you understand that, you understand where you need to be to protect your Moorish birthright. And the Moorish birthright is to protect the Constitution and to enforce the Constitution. The abuses that you've been getting is because that document has not been enforced. It has not been enforced because you ain't been in your proper person. Y'all been busy being colored people. Do you understand where I'm coming from? So concept of mind, get out of it. You're not Negro, black, and colored, and you gotta be that, not that, officially. That's what nationalization process is for. That's why he did it. Do you understand? These have political ramifications. So it changes your political status in the society for the record. That's number one, because it's documented now. You see what I'm saying? So that gives you a standing at law across the world. Now, do you know what to do with that? That's the next issue. Do you know how to proceed with that? Those are the parts of the information that was suppressed by the subversives, COINTELPRO, etc., that was inverted into this movement with the FBI, CIA, etc., which is really the OSS, to subvert this movement. Having the people think it's a religious movement when actually it's a movement to bring people back into the constitutional fold of government and to enforce that constitution for the protection of all the people. But he knew that they could not be protected as Negro, black, and colored because that's a category of a caste system. It's not human. It is not human. Does not pertain to humanity. It is outside of the human family, therefore outside the law, therefore outlawed.
So there was all this in the United States of America becoming a corporation and all these sort of sleight of hand legal manipulations, which is not my expertise, but you can study them and they certainly exist. And this was all as a result of the presence of Noble Drew Ali in this world.
And everybody knows that, but that kind of spoils the game that they've been playing on our people. You see the point? Because everybody around the world knows that the United States is a corporation, not the land. And our people keep calling the United States Corporation Company the country, which gives them the sovereign right, because you're the heir. Whatever you say, you just assigned them. And they call them Americans and call the country America, but you just assigned them to the sovereign. Which means these people don't even know geography. America's not a country, it's 2 continents. They're incompetent and don't understand that when they say those things, in law, it's what you say.
Period. I just, you know, this has been a wonderful experience. Man, I like how you move, B. You got a little hunger. You had pulled out you some motherfucking trail mix, man. Yeah. That's my shit right there. Yeah. I can have some more. Look, man, my man. Yeah, we ain't doing no commercials for them. Yeah. They don't get no. We ain't getting no money. They don't get no plugs. Yeah.
I respect it, you know, and I definitely, you know, second that, you know, the United States being a corporation and understanding the West Indian Company, the Virginian Company, the African British Royal Company. These were livestock trade companies. That's what slavery is, though. So, also,
it's also a state of mind.
I'm sorry?
It's also a state of mind.
Yes. But,
just a minute. You ever heard the Willie Lynch letter?
which one's in water?
No, Willie Lynch.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I've heard of it, but I haven't. I'm not familiar with it.
Oh, well, just a minute. I have it. I'll go get it. And I'm gonna let you read it, and then you tell me, because it's a state of mind. They tell you what they're doing, how they're gonna do it, and how they're gonna have us continuously reinforce it on ourselves.
Well, okay. Also, while you doing that, I just want to talk about Walter Plecker and how he was basically the architect, like in the Matrix. So, when he was talking about how Will Smith was supposed to play the Neo and what the movie was truly about.
What's that?
The movie The Matrix and the Architect. So, Walter Plecker and Marcus Garvey, this was a British dark-skinned man. You know what I'm saying? Melanated man.
No, he was he's Jamaican. Marcus Garvey, Marcus Mosiah Garvey came from Jamaica.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Isn't like Jamaicans and Haitians and different things like that? Who are they basically under power of? Who have control over?
The Jamaicans are Jamaicans. I'm talking about, and Haitians are Haitians. You know, like they were bought from different tribes and.
They gotta put the headphones on.
I'll be right back. And the Garveyites, Marcus Garvey was for dark-skinned people. He didn't trust light-skinned people. He said, you know what I'm saying?
Marcus Garvey was basically raised up by Walter Plecker.
But I'm telling you how he was. If you look at the UNI, do the history.
I know
he didn't trust none of them. He said they always sell us out. That's what the UNI was about, pulling people together. You know what I mean? But we don't need them at the head. We don't need them at the head. Why can't we be at the head? And so he done it. But what they did is, so since you know about it, you know what I'm saying, they sold him a rickety ship. He didn't know nothing about no ship. And then they told the people that he had a ship.
Okay.
The Black Star Line.
So
they sent him to the penitentiary because he bought a ship the white people had and took out the first time and it didn't leak. But then when Garvey and them finally got their hands on it, the ship was ready to sink anyway.
Okay.
So they sent him to the penitentiary for taking the money they tried to make like he did a scheme where he trusted them people to sell him a righteous ship. So his people, you know, we can start doing what we want to. You know what I'm saying? We can be on the seas and stuff. If we bought these people here, if Christopher Alonzo Nino bought them here.
Okay, so you just made a point of saying that that happened and they was wanting to, y'all was basically saying, oh, we need ours too. We trying to have ships so we can do what we do. But an argument earlier, y'all said that y'all was.
I'm not just talking, I'm talking about us as a whole, brother. I'm talking about us as a whole, whether or not you think that you are more or not.
Okay.
Whether or not you think you are more, whether or not you claim you are more or not.
Okay.
Whether or not you understand what I'm saying, you up under Christianity or Judaism or whatever. Bottom line is they say we bow down and we support those who believe in a God, not Satan.
Right.
So it don't make no difference how you believe. Because we are religious people. Whether or not you belong to a mob, each one of them, every one of them show you how religious we are, because they begin with a prayer and they end with a prayer. That's what our people are. When you pick up a book, if you don't think that you one of us, give me a book, man. And usually, you open up a book and you go to the back. Why you go to the back?
That's like.
Because our books read from the right to the left. But they pounded in our head is to the left, to the right. But your genes tell you, you are what you was yesterday. Your forefathers are who they was yesterday.
Without a doubt of country.
And that's why you do that. Your DNA tells you, this book's supposed to read from the right to the left. I'm supposed to look at this book from the right to the left. But they do it, everything from the left to the right. And you go into the military or using ROTC. Your other left. Why they keep telling you that? Because you keep leaving with the damn right. Because you know where it's supposed to go. That's what your genes is telling you.
That's right.
Your ancestors are telling you you're supposed to go from the right to the left. But they pounded in your head something else. So you understand? Yeah, you are more. You just don't know it. Unconscious mind is more. And that's why we say Islam more. You understand what I'm saying? Whether or not you recognize it or not. So, you know, I recognize you up under, you know, that 6-point star. Well, guess who is the more now? Mr. Larry Hoover. And if you about what you say you about, then you're going to be about what your chief about. Or you out of law. Now what? Now where you going with that?
That's real.
See, the teaching, you know what I'm saying, if you say you with somebody, you really about this here, then you supposed to know about it all. Ain't no mystery with our history. Now he done stepped up, and he done proclaimed who he is. Who is you? You say, Mr. Hoover, I'm following. Well, are you? You sitting in here with a mo, with an open up Quran? You still hesitating, talking about explain it to me and show me this, that, and no? Larry say that's what you do. Ain't that what you do? The chairman. That's what the chairman say do. Do what the chairman say do. Or leave that alone. And quit saying that you what you is and you ain't.
I don't even think you folks. You folks.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
Listen, you don't want me to know it, don't think it. And don't hide it. Be proud of what the hell you are. It's just a matter of politics. And we was all on the wrong side of that, wasn't we? Then when we get in the federal penitentiary, we realize who our real enemy is.
Man. And that ain't hard to find. It ain't hard to recognize that neither.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to get it to you in the raw. That's what's happening now. So now they got the videos out. GD is in the house. They done open up the door, let GD's in. What house? The Morris house. They moles. Independent, upright, and fearless.
That's us.
Propagating the fate of our people. Uplifting fallen humanity. No longer trying to knock each other down. We done took over the Klan's job. Chirac, and this, that, and that. We killing more black people, more Asian, you understand what I'm saying, than they ever did. What you doing when you do that? Around there pounding on your chest. No, sir. You go into the federal penitentiary, they automatically want to kill you just because you who you are. having them recognize, hold, whoa. So him and Archie rolling together. They praying together. They learning together. Larry probably got his attribute now. So come on, man. So if you saying that you part and parcel to this, then you can't be I ain't gonna be that cause all the stones is this. Listen, this for everybody. Don Durkee and them was way before that. Everybody start hollering, they got a blue star and all this old shit. They Moors. That don't stop him from being what he is. You watch all these mafia movies? You watch the mafia movie? You watch The Godfather?
I've seen it, yeah.
Oh, you seen it? You seen any other kind of mafia movie? They all ascribe to the Catholic faith. But they kill each other. Or they can stop it from happening because they all came up under the same banner.
Same flag.
We can do the same thing. That's what we supposed to be doing.
See,
y'all is not this generation is far from idiots.
See,
but we wanna knowledge box. That's what they taught us. They taught us that knowledge boxing with each other, against each other. The reason I say that, y'all generation are geniuses. Most of y'all quit school or stop going to math class when they say, man, Mr. So-and-so, Mr. White, man, he a motherfucker with that algebra and geometry, trigonometry and shit, man. And Mr. Jones, he a motherfucker with that motherfucking science. Motherfucker, y'all hollering at the little girls and doing this, that, and another. You know why they lock y'all up? What kind of motherfucking idiot could take a product? Listen, can take a product.
Falls off. You'll see. You can hear really good.
Can take cocaine. Didn't go to a goddamn science class. And didn't take no math class. And figure, you know what? I'm gonna get me some motherfucking Arm & Hammer baking soda and put this with it. And what you think if I get some goddamn ammonia and whip that up in it, some B12 and some comeback and Miami Ice? They say 1 and 1 is 2, right? Is that 1 and 1? Is 1 and 1 2? How the fuck do y'all make 4 kilos out of 1? And 1 and 1 make 2. Nigga, you's a genius if you wake up and realize it. You're a goddamn genius. That's why they lock your ass up. Because if you ever wake up, they in trouble. You can take one thing and turn it into 4, and it don't lose its strength. It's still just the same. It's still strong as hell. You might even made it strong the way it came from. Oh, no. You see what I'm saying? Then don't listen to them niggas over there tell you about this. No, listen, cause goddamn, it's real. I'm gonna give you what's real. That's a genius, man. How did you know how to do that?
Wb.I.G, y'all are rocking with the best.
See, we, the Moors, created algebra and geometry and trigonometry. Our people done that. Now, how dumb could that be? How dumb could we be as a people? They built the White House. They just acknowledged that. They built all Washington, D.C. What kind of idiot can lay that out?
And used geometry and laid it out where everybody...
How you measure them streets if they so damn dumb?
Pentagon and all that. Explosion.
You see what I'm saying? They wouldn't even let them go to school. But they was able to do that.
Yeah, we got some...
We are who we are. I'm going to get that piece of paper for you. I'm going to let you leave. I'm going to let you read it. And you're going to see something, boy. You know what I'm saying? And we still doing this today. I carried it with me. You know what was the reason I carried that thing with me? I'll be right back.
Cherokee B is in the building. Mike SMOOV is in the building. We just heard from the elder.
We here.
Jordan Elder. He is electrifying. I'm talking about the cables will come out of nowhere with this guy.
We here.
You know, and I just, you know, I got a smoother approach, you know, and it's like, I almost like say, you want some peanuts? They're in front of you. You can have some. If you don't want them, then you don't have to have none. It's okay. You know, but dude gonna say, hey, and he been to the Marine Corps, so he got all of that up in him. All of that aggression is from a life of suffering. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell y'all a backdrop about him while he gone. He just did 30 years straight
And
in the federal penitentiary. But get this, he lived. Straight up, man. So it's like, that's why I was like, honor our ancestors. We are what our forefathers are, without a doubt of contradiction. You know, when Moses went to that burning bush, which was magic, and spoke to the supreme being, he said, "What's the call?" He said, "I am that I am." And there was no explanation. There wasn't no need for explanation. All he did was look there in awe. That's crazy.
when you said magic, what that mean?
You know what that means. You got a symbol on your forehead. Magic. That eye. That eye of knowing without being there. That eye of being able to figure things out. Without having the solution in front of you.
This is a recipe that's registered in the Library of Congress. Why? It's like a patent. He got a patent on this. This is how to do us and how to have us doing, and somebody's trying to put you up on something, you won't believe it. So each one of us take our time and we're going to read it. So I don't want you to believe what I'm telling you. I'm going to let you start because you look like a real intelligent young man. Why don't you start and read that so everybody out there in the world might hear this.
Yeah,
so start it. This is the infamous Willie Lynch letter. Please read
that's
that.
cool. Right here on Wb.I.G, man. Y'all rocking with the best.
Read it out loud, sir.
All right, we here. It says, since 1989, covering issues that concern the community. Willie Lynch letter. The making of a slave, the infamous.
Speak up so they can hear
letter. This speech was delivered by a white slave owner, William Lynch, in 1712. The message is still true. Gentlemen, I greet you here on the bank of the James River in the year of our Lord 1712. First, I shall thank you, the gentlemen of the colony of Virginia, for bringing me here. I am here to help you solve some of your problems with slaves. Your invitation reached me on my modest plantation in the West Indies, where I have experimented with some of the newest and still the oldest methods for control of slaves. Ancient Rome would envy us if my program is implemented. As our boat sailed south on the James River, named for our illustrations, illustrious King James, who they named the Bible after. The James River. Okay, named of our. Say that word for me again. So illustrious King, whose version of the Bible we cherish.
See?
Okay. I saw enough to know that your problem is not unique. While Rome used cords of wood as crosses for standing human bodies along its highways in great numbers, you are here using a tree and a rope on occasion.
Tree and a rope.
I caught the whiff of a dead slave hanging from a tree a couple miles back. You are not only losing a valuable stock by hangings, you are having uprisings. Slaves are runaway. You're having uprisings. Slaves are running away. Your crops are sometimes left in the fields too long for maximum profit. You suffer occasional fires. Your animals are killed. Gentlemen, you know what your problems are. I do not need to enumerate your problems. I am here to introduce you to a method of solving them. In my bag here, I have a full proof method of for controlling your black slaves. I'm sorry?
Keep reading.
I guarantee every one of you that if installed correctly will control the slaves for at least 300 years. My method is simple. Any member of your family or your overseer can use it. I have outlined a number of differences among the slaves, and I take these differences and make them bigger. I use distrust and envy for control purposes. These methods have worked on my modest plantation in the West Indies, and it will work throughout the South. Take this simple little list of differences and think about them. On top of my list is age, but it is there only because it starts with A. The second is color or shade, for there is intelligence, size, sex, size of plantations, status of plantations, attitude of owners, whether the slaves live in a valley, on a hill, east, west, north, south, have fine hair, coarse hair, or is tall or short. Now that you have have a list of differences, I shall give you an outline of action. But before that, I shall assure you that distrust is stronger than trust, and envy is stronger than adulation.
Adoration.
Yeah.
Adoration. To adore one.
Okay. Respect of admiration. The black slave, after receiving this introduction, shall carry on and will become self-refueling and self-generating for hundreds of years, maybe thousands. Don't forget, you must pitch the old black male versus the young black male, and the young black male against the old black male. You must use the dark skin versus the light skinned slaves, and the light skinned slaves versus the dark skinned slaves. You must use the female versus the male, and a male versus the female. You must also have your white servants and overseers distrust all blacks, but it is necessary that your slaves trust and depend on us. They must love, respect, and trust only us. Gentlemen, these kits are your keys to control. Use them, have your wives and children use them. Never miss an opportunity. If used intensely for 1 year, the slaves themselves will remain perpetually distrustful. Thank you, gentlemen. Willie Lynch.
Cold. That was a cold leather.
Keep on. Keep on. No, it ain't over.
Let me draw.
It ain't over. See, understand this. I'm gonna tie this together. He people, you folks. Plantation. Don't trust him cause this, that, another. What did he say? Put the dark against the light. He wear red rag, he wear blue. How goddamn dumb is that? But that's what he told them. And we still doing it. Man, I don't fuck with them east side motherfuckers. Them niggas, you know what I'm saying? They steal. And west side motherfuckers, they do this. Plantation. Look how big my chain is. So you the Debo on the motherfucker. Good slave. Everybody want a chain. They bought us over here in chain. So you know the first thing they do, they get a little money, they want to put a chain around their neck. That's what they used to do on the plantation. It's my prize nigga. He done made me 88 motherfucking kids. Fucked everybody on the plantation. Y'all won't take him down the way? You gotta pay me though. So they had him with that chain on. Everybody know who he was. He like our pit bulls. That's how they do us. We don't even realize what the fuck they doing. What we doing? I'm identifying myself. My chain bigger than yours. Look at the rope. Man, them folks over there, man. Them people over there, man. Don't mess with Master Jim niggas, cause they steal. Don't mess with Master John niggas, cause they lie. They keep us from, don't listen to him. Don't believe what he telling you. You got to question everything he say. White man tell you something, you believe whatever it is. He write it in the book. It was a time he couldn't even read and write. Our people was reading and writing. We created this.
Where do you think phonics come from? The Phoenicians.
You see what I'm saying? We created that. But now, young son, he get his hand on it, he tell you about this and that. You don't believe when somebody's telling you this. We got to go through training. After you finish, you ride off, you man, dudes, them crazy shit. You can say whatever you want, man. We who we are. It's time, man, young son, we start teaching us. There was a time we couldn't even go to school, homie.
All right, let me demonstrate this one. Let me see your glasses, man. You know I can't see.
I ain't tripping.
Oh, yeah. What follows are Lynch's instructions on making a slave.
Now listen to this. Check this out how you do the
Let
women.
us make a slave. What do we need? First of all, we need a black nigga man, a pregnant nigga woman, and her baby nigga boy. Second, we will use the same basic principle that we use in breaking a horse, combined with some more sustaining factors.
Oh, before you go, Mo, let me give you something too. And this is a thing that y'all doing and you don't even realize. This is what they call buck breaking. You ever heard, y'all say little young buck? Mm-hmm. You know, he a little young punk-ass buck. Well, what they do is, cause he wild and he this and that, they buck break him. You know what I'm saying? And how they do that? They put him out in front of everybody, and the dude go on up in it, and then they made him walk around with his pants down, so everybody around know, yeah, he been broke. He been went up in. Wow. You gotta realize what the fuck you around here doing, man.
It's with some more sustaining factors. What we do with horses is that we break them from one form of life to another. That is, we reduce them from their natural state in nature, whereas nature provides them with the natural capacity to take care of their needs and the needs of their offspring. We break that natural stream of independence from them and thereby create a dependency state, so that we may be able to get them from useful production for our business and pleasure. Cardinal principles for making a Negro fear that our future generations may not understand the principles of breaking both of the beasts together. The nigger and the horse. Say, we understand that short-range planning economics results in periodic economic chaos, so that to avoid turmoil in the economy, it requires us to have breadth and depth in long-range comprehensive planning, articulating both skill, sharp perception. Lay down the following principles for long-range comprehensive economic planning. 1. Both the horse and nigger are no good to the economy in the wild or natural state. That's number 1. Number 2, both must be broken and tied together for orderly production. Number 3, for orderly futures, special and particular attention must be paid to the female and the youngest offspring. Number 4, both must be crossbred to produce a variety and division of labor. Number 5, both must be taught to respond to a particular new language. Number 6, psychological and physical instruction of containment must be created for both. We hold the 6 cardinal principles as truth to be self-evident. Based upon the following, the discourse concerning the economics of breaking and tying the horse and nigger together, all inclusive with the 6 principles laid down above. Accordingly, both a wild horse and a wild or natural nigger is dangerous even if captured, for they will have the tendency to seek their customary freedom, and in doing so might kill you in your sleep. You cannot rest. They sleep while you are awake, and are awake while you are asleep. They are dangerous near the family house, and it requires too much labor to watch them away from the house. Above all, you cannot get them to work in this natural state. Hence, both the horse and the nigger must be broken. That is, break them from one form of mental life to another. Keep the body, take the mind. In other words, break the will to resist. Now, the breaking process is the same for both the horse and the nigger, only slightly varying in degrees. But as we said before, there is an art in long-range economic planning. But you must keep your eye and thoughts on the female and the offspring of the horse and the nigger. A brief discourse in offspring development will shed light on the key to sound economic principles. Pay little attention to the generation of original breaking, but concentrate on future generation. Therefore, if you break the female mother, she will break the offspring in its early years of development, and when the offspring is old enough to work, she will deliver it up to you, for her normal female protective tendencies will have been lost in the original breaking process. That's just like how they break our houses down. Cherokee. Right, Mike? Mike.
Yes, sir.
He lost you. Man, that's how they break us, man. They feed the horse, they break the horse, feed him by the hand, then the mama horse teach the baby horse to eat from the same hand that she eat from.
But also is our grandmothers, our mothers, that's why they used to stand on us like they did.
We can hear you more, you gotta sit here talking in the mic.
You know, that's why they used to stand on us like they did. You know, slap you upside your head, you understand? Whoop your half to death. I kill you. You understand what I'm saying? Because she know that the white man would. So she in the breaking process of you. Not doing this so you ain't going to the penitentiary or they come get you and hang you. See? But then what they did is, now we are the new cow. We the new cattle.
Turn the camera towards them.
We the new cows. We the new horses. We the new all that. Okay?
Right there, good.
Reason I say that is all the companies and everything that used to be in the United States is gone. We don't make nothing. But they made you. It costs more to put you in the penitentiary than they do to send you to the University of Wisconsin. Now, why would that be? They pay them more to put you in the penitentiary.
And why would they be so
willing school you
for economic planning?
You understand what I'm saying?
Wow.
And for 3 or 4 generations, so his granddaddy might start off with you while you young, and his father there, the grandfather and the father, and then later, you know what I'm saying, they say, this is my grandson here. And he finished, he lay you on down because they gave you so much time and then got whatever they wanted up out of you. So we are the new human crop. And for us to enlighten our people about what time it is and this, that, and that, we ain't got no time to be dragging our feet, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm talking about, I can learn some anything. I learn how to be crazy if I'm a crazy man because I never know when I might need it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, so person tell you something about us, it's time, you know what I'm saying, you glean what you can. Ain't nobody's trying to impress you or mislead you. It's not that. Why is so little given to teaching us about ourselves? You get 1 month, the shortest month in the year, February. It's supposed to be alleged Black History Month. What is wrong with you? They don't want to teach you nothing. They ain't teaching you nothing about no duality. They ain't gonna teach you nothing every night. You might hear something about Marcus Moselle Garvey. You might hear that. He was the folk runner. You only hear a little bit. they gonna tell you about who they want to tell you about. I want to know about it all. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm talking about Malcolm saying, you might not have a college degree. He did not have one. But he had a library card and he went and read all them books. And when, you know what I'm saying, when he was able to demonstrate with them people, he demonstrated with power, clarity, and authority, and you couldn't deny him. So you can school yourself and other people who had breathed on him. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad was originally Elijah Poole Muhammad Bey. He was a Mo.
Exactly.
Daddy Grace, Father Divine, all of them came from Drew. He said, let them put the footprints are clearly cut. Let it be he or she who take them forward. They each did in their own way. Malcolm was able to get his from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And he went out there in the world, still recognized what Malcolm said. You understand what I'm saying? So why can't we teach our people? We don't believe nothing we say because they told us not to. But they can get together and put their thing together. Now what's wrong with that picture? What's wrong with that picture, little brother? Yeah. See what I'm saying? That's what this is about. It's about opening your mind. And the thing that you like, and a lot of these kids like, I'm not saying you per se, is in Jamaica is used, the only plant that was allowed to grow on King Solomon's grave was marijuana. It's called the wisdom weed.
Holy divine.
And the dreads, true dreads, Rastas, they get the book. They'll light the spliff, and they'll pass it. And when all that smoke get in and it's out in the air and they're all in their head, they say, read the book. That's what true Rastas do. And it opens your mind to be able to understand. It ain't just for recreation. It opens that mind. You might be able to see things in a different light. Like, man, that was a hell of a demonstration you just demonstrated. Let me, I'm gonna find out about this. You see what I'm saying? That's what, see, these things we supposed to do. Everybody running around here with dreads in their head. Dreads are antennas to God. And the more pure a person is, they say, the longer the dread. You got some people struggle to get a little dread. She ain't pure. You got some that got dreads hanging all the way to the floor. You see what I'm saying? That's purity. Or some got big bubble dreads. Them, you know what I'm saying? Not just the designer, because you pretending. That's how they killed off the alleged for a minute, and now it's coming back, the alleged Black Power movement. Why? Because when I was in Vietnam, we had to make our own picks. We found the wood, took K-bars and knives, and we fashioned it. We did that ourselves. Out of wood. Start picking and start doing what we were doing. Man. See, white man like, man, this movement here getting kind of deep. Then brothers, carve a fist in them. And now, what they do, okay, you know what? This is how you do it. Make some Afro wigs. So today, Joe, who's a clown, ain't went through no changes to try to grow, because it took some action to get your hair like that, to grow your hair like that, to make it come out like that. He could just go buy him a wig, put it on, kick it out, and pretend like he is really part of this Black Power movement, and the next day take it off and go on somewhere else and do what the hell he was doing. And then the Chinese got in on it, and they took a bunch of plastic, and made it and created it, and it's got the fist on it now. So when you cheapen a movement that it takes real heart to put into it, and you do it like that, it's nothing. So all these dudes and all these women around here running around with these dreads, it's their business. But you cheapening it. Because you ain't really about what it's about.
Yeah, that's so true. That's so true. But we gonna close this out, y'all, because I do got a 9-year-old I gotta go and attend to tomorrow. Happy birthday. Remind it's her birthday weekend. She's gonna be 10, and she gonna continue to give daddy a hard time, but I don't want to cause no friction. So we gonna close this out, man. Thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for coming, man. Thank you for y'all for talking on this platform we put here specifically for this. And y'all always welcome to come back, man. Listening to Wb.I.G Wb.I.G Radio Podcast, man. This is live, and we signing out, man. Peace and love.
This was great.
Oh. Man, I just had found